Most people believe that lacking discipline is a character flaw, a weakness, a shameful trait that some possess and others don't. However, this view is completely misguided. What few understand is that discipline, as traditionally conceived, actually works against how the human brain is designed to operate. This isn't metaphorical. It's neurobiology. Your brain didn't evolve to prioritize long-term goals or abstract targets. It evolved for one thing: immediate survival. Over millions of years, humans adapted to conserve energy, seek quick rewards, and avoid unnecessary effort. In other words, your brain doesn't want you at the gym, it wants you on the couch because that saves energy. It doesn't want you studying or writing. It wants you scrolling TikTok because dopamine comes faster. This isn't a defect. It's simply biology. The problem is that modern society demands the opposite. To thrive, we're expected to be disciplined, productive, and consistent. But this creates an internal conflict, a brain shaped to act like a lazy hunter-gatherer versus a world demanding behavior from a focused, resilient supercomputer. When someone tries to force discipline through willpower alone, they're attempting to overcome millions of years of evolutionary programming with a handful of motivational phrases. Guess what? It doesn't work. At least not for long. James Clear, author of the bestseller Atomic Habits, revealed one of the deepest insights about modern human behavior. Real discipline does not come from force. It comes from design. The most consistent people, those who seem disciplined, aren't stronger or more motivated. They've simply created systems and environments that make the right behavior easy, automatic, and inevitable. They don't fight against their brain. They manipulate it. In the next few minutes, we'll dismantle the illusion of discipline, expose the mistakes you didn't even know you were making, and build together a new way of thinking and acting. A smarter way, more human, more effective. If you've ever felt weak for procrastinating, if you've ever hated yourself for not sticking to your own plans, this video won't judge you. It will show you that you are simply trying the wrong way. And now, finally, you'll understand the right way. Discipline as a concept seems simple in theory. Just want something enough, stay focused, resist temptation. But when we look at how the human brain actually works, we realize this view isn't just simplistic, it's completely naive. Your brain isn't interested in your long-term goals. It's focused on survival, comfort, and energy efficiency. And if you don't understand this, you'll live in constant conflict with it. Imagine this. For millions of years, your ancestors roamed harsh savannas, where survival hinged on one brutal priority: conserve energy, grab quick rewards, dodge any extra effort. Your brain? It's still wired exactly like that ancient hunter-gatherer software. Not a flaw, a neurobiological fact. Fast forward to today, society demands gym sessions, deep work, relentless grind. But your brain screams, couch, TikTok. Now, why? Because discipline as willpower fights evolution itself. Neuroscience backs this cold truth. Your brain craves cognitive ease, the path of least resistance. Dopamine floods from instant hits like scrolling, not delayed gym highs. James Clear nails it. Real discipline isn't force, it's design. Evolution didn't build you for abstract goals. It optimized for immediate threats. Force willpower? You're battling synaptic plasticity, hard-coded for energy thrift. Modern life creates the clash. Lazy caveman brain versus supercomputer demands. No wonder you crash. Here's the revelation. Consistent achievers don't grind harder. They hack biology, craft environments where good choices demand zero fight. Your brain isn't broken. It's predictable. Understand this neuro truth, and discipline shifts from shame to strategy. Stop blaming weakness. Embrace the ancient wiring and bend it. The modern world pulls you in 1,000 directions at once. Your ancient brain, wired for survival in scarce hunter-gatherer tribes, now battles an endless flood of digital distractions. Notifications ping relentlessly. Social media feeds promise quick dopamine hits, and apps are engineered to hook you like slot machines. This isn't weakness, it's a clash between evolution and engineering. James Clear nails it. Your brain craves immediate rewards because for millennia, Energy conservation meant life or death. Today, scrolling TikTok feels safer than the gym or studying because it delivers instant pleasure with zero effort. But here's the brutal truth. Modern life demands the opposite. Productivity, consistency, long-term goals, these clash head-on with your biology. You're not failing a discipline. Society has stacked the deck against you. 77% of people agree society relies too much on technology, breeding nomophobia, the fear of being without your phone. This dependency spikes anxiety, depression, and addiction, rewiring brains like substance abuse. Cyberbullying, envy from perfect Instagram lives, sleep-destroying blue light, it's a neurobiological war. Your brain didn't evolve for this. It wants the couch, not the keyboard. Yet thriving means overriding millions of years of programming with fragile willpower. No wonder you burn out. This conflict manifests daily. Wake up, phone's already in hand. Instagram open before coffee. Gym time, couch whispers just 5 more minutes. Work project, brain screams for YouTube. Technology's addictive design, endless scrolls. Personalized algorithms exploits your reward pathways, creating tolerance like drugs. Studies show overuse mimics substance addiction, fostering isolation, impulsivity, narcissism. Social connections? Replaced by likes. Real talk? Drowned by reels. Productivity plummets as attention spans shatter under continuous partial attention. You're not lazy. You're human in a machine-optimized world. Forcing discipline fights biology and environment, a losing battle. Clear reveals, true power lies in redesigning your setup to make good choices effortless. But first, recognize the enemy. Modern life siren call versus your survival software. Procrastination isn't moral failure. It's your brain rebelling against unnatural demands. Embrace this truth, and the path to real discipline opens. Coming up, we'll hack this conflict, turn your environment into an ally, not adversary. Stop blaming yourself. Start winning by design. Now that you grasp how your brain craves the path of least resistance, let's uncover the true architect of your actions, your environment. Most chase self-control like a muscle to pump, but James Clear shatters that myth. Self-control crumbles in a toxic setup. Picture this. You're fired up to hit the gym, yet your sneakers hide in the car trunk, workout gears buried in a drawer, while the couch beckons just steps away, phone glowing with endless scrolls. Your brain, wired for ease, picks the win Netflix over squats. It's not weakness, it's physics. The choice architecture tilts toward laziness because bad options scream loudest, good ones whisper from the shadows. Enter choice architecture, the invisible force shaping 80% of your decisions. Clear cites a cafeteria study. Move water bottles up front, sodas back, and hydration skyrockets, junk plummets. No lectures needed, proximity won. Your life works the same. Crave reading? Ditch the shelf, plant that book on your pillow. Dodge distractions? Banish notifications. Stash your phone in another room. Deploy blockers like Freedom app. Gym-bound? Prep clothes bedside like a laziness trap. This isn't fighting biology, it's hacking it. Disciplined folks aren't iron-willed superhumans. They engineer spaces where virtue is frictionless, vice a hassle. Environment pulls harder than willpower ever could. The power? When good choices become default, your brain complies without battle. No more heroic grit, just smart design yielding automatic wins. Transform your surroundings and watch discipline emerge as byproduct. You don't battle urges. You build a world where urges serve you. Coming up, hijack autopilot with habit stacking for effortless momentum. So far, you've grasped 2 brutal truths. Your brain dodges effort like a survival instinct, and your environment dictates behavior more than willpower ever could. But how do you turn good intentions into autopilot actions? Enter habit stacking, the genius hack from James Clear's Atomic Habits that hijacks your brain's existing wiring. Imagine your daily routines as unbreakable rails. Brushing teeth, coffee sip, door lock. These are automatic, zero-friction loops your brain runs on cue, routine, reward. Habit stacking doesn't fight them, it rides them. You pair a tiny new habit to an old one, creating neural glue. After I brush my teeth, I meditate for 2 minutes. After coffee, I journal 1 sentence. Boom, new behavior latches onto the old, bypassing the start barrier that kills 80% of attempts. Why? Initiation guzzles mental energy. Momentum flows free. Science backs it. Hebb's law says neurons that fire together wire together. Stack on strong habits, and your brain builds the path effortlessly to no more blank page paralysis. Picture this. You're not forging steel willpower. You're engineering clever traps for your lazy brain. After locking the door, affirm your focus for the day. Post-breakfast, stretch 60 seconds. These micro stacks compound exponentially. Start under 2 minutes. Keep it specific. Read 1 page, not read more. And immediate, no gaps. Clears formula. After current habit, I will new habit. Studies show this leverages pre-wired synapses, making consistency skyrocket as adults' neuron growth slows. 3. Suddenly, discipline feels inevitable. Your body moves before doubt creeps in. Stacks chain into routines. Teeth meditate, journal affirm. Laziness loses, systems win. But precision matters. Pick rock-solid anchors or the chain breaks. This isn't motivation, it's momentum mastery. Ready to stack? Audit your day. What habits fire daily? Glue a powerhouse new one there. In weeks, procrastination crumbles, replaced by automatic wins. Habit stacking turns discipline from battle into biology. Coming up, why your habits still flop despite knowing better, and the 4 laws to bulletproof them. You've learned that discipline isn't about willpower, it's about design. Your brain resists effort and craves immediate rewards. But what if you could hack this biology? James Clear reveals 4 invisible laws that transform any habit into automatic behavior. These aren't motivational tricks. They're neurological blueprints. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy. Make it satisfying. Each law targets a specific weakness in how you currently approach change. Most people fail because they ignore these laws entirely, then blame themselves for lacking discipline. But the real problem is always design. When you understand these 4 laws, procrastination stops being a character flaw and becomes a diagnostic tool. It tells you exactly which law you're violating. Apply them correctly, and something remarkable happens. The behavior you've been forcing yourself to do becomes the easiest path your brain can take. You stop fighting biology. You start using it. Let's make this concrete. Imagine someone wanting to study every night. Current setup. Materials buried in a backpack, desk cluttered, TV on, studying for an hour straight with no reward. Result, they open TikTok instead, feel guilty, fail again tomorrow. Now apply the 4 laws. Materials already on the desk obvious. Start with a favorite drink and music attractive. Study for just 5 minutes, at first easy. Mark progress on a tracker. Earn a small reward satisfying. Same person, same goal, completely different outcome. The difference isn't willpower, it's system design. This is what separates people who seem naturally disciplined from everyone else. They're not stronger. They're smarter about how they structure their environment, their cues, and their rewards. When you stop relying on motivation and start relying on design, discipline becomes inevitable. Here's the deepest insight. You don't need to love discipline to become disciplined. Stop waiting for passion about your routine. The most consistent people don't wake up excited about every task. They've simply made the right behavior the path of least resistance. Your goal isn't to fall in love with the process. Your goal is to make important behaviors so automatic, so well integrated into your life, that executing them requires less effort than avoiding them. That's the difference between living in motivation, which is unstable and temporary, and living in systems, where action is automatic and default. Small daily decisions are votes for a new identity. Every time you execute, even for 2 minutes, you're telling yourself, I am someone who does what needs to be done. And when identity changes, behavior follows naturally. Real transformation doesn't happen through force. It happens through design. You've learned your brain craves ease, not effort. Environment trumps willpower. Habits stack to build momentum. Procrastination signals bad design. But here's the myth we must shatter. You don't need to love discipline to master it. Highly productive people aren't passionate about every routine, they make it inevitable. Picture this. You want to run mornings, but your bed whispers 5 more minutes. Now, prep shoes by the bed, alarm across the room, playlist ready, partner waiting. Suddenly, running is easier than staying put. No motivation required, just smart design. Discipline isn't force. It's engineering your world so good choices win by default. James Clear nails it. You don't rise to goals, you fall to systems. Motivation fades, systems endure. Stop negotiating with yourself. Build a bare minimum 2 push-ups if gym fails. Track wins, reward small. Over time, these votes reshape identity. You become the person who shows up, rain or shine. No shame, no force, just quiet compassion for future you. Tired? Do the hard thing first. Loneliness hits? Anchor to your why. Discipline outlasts motivation because it's automatic, not emotional. In bad days, systems carry you. This is freedom, acting without feeling like it. Ready to make discipline inevitable? Pick one habit today. Redesign environment, stack it tiny, apply the 4 laws: obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. Execute despite mood. Each action votes for your new self. Comment below, what's your first stack? This isn't about perfection, it's consistency compounding. You fought biology long enough. Now hack it. Systems over motivation. Identity over force. Welcome to inevitable discipline. After everything we've uncovered, it becomes clear discipline isn't an innate virtue or a mystical talent reserved for the elite. It's a side effect, a natural outcome of well-designed systems, intentional environments, and a rock-solid identity. When these align, disciplined action stops being a grind and becomes your default. But here's the deepest truth. No habit change sticks without shifting how you see yourself. James Clear nails that the ultimate level of change isn't about achievements. It's about identity. Who you decide to become shapes your habits, and those habits reinforce your identity in a powerful loop. Want real discipline? Start acting like the person who already has it. Every small win, every workout despite fatigue, every page read over scrolling is a vote for your new self. I am someone who does the hard things. This internal narrative overrides biology, turning effort into evidence of who you're becoming. Forget forcing change, become the change. Your brain, once your saboteur, now champions your evolution. Imagine waking up not as a procrastinator battling willpower, but as a disciplined architect of your life. You've redesigned your environment: gym clothes by the bed, phone in another room, habits stacked seamlessly. Procrastination fades, systems hum. But the magic happens when identity locks in. Clear says, you do not rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. True, yet systems alone aren't enough, they must reflect your core belief. Each consistent action whispers, this is who I am. Over time, these whispers roar. You stop negotiating with laziness because the lazy version of you no longer exists. You voted it out. Now, the choice: cling to old excuses blaming weakness, or build today? Redesign one habit now. Comment below, what's your first vote for your new identity? If this shifted your view, subscribe for deeper dives beyond cliches. You got the blueprint. Become inevitable. This is your transformation final. Discipline engineered, not enforced. Identity claimed, not chased. Start now, your future self is waiting.